right, man, so who do I have here with me today?
My name's Jose, and I was born in Brooklyn, and I was raised in LA, and I've been out here since 2002.
2002?
Yes.
How old are you, Jose?
I'm 48 years old.
You're 48 years old?
Yeah.
And what's your living condition like and why?
My living condition is I'm homeless, off and on since I would say maybe about 2007.
2007?
Yeah.
And what brought you out here or Cali, from New York to Cali to Arizona?
I was born in Brooklyn. My family took me, my mom and dad took me out to California, and I was raised out there. I ended up getting into some trouble and went to jail. My mom died while I was in jail.
Sorry to hear that.
And so after that, things weren't the same at home, and so I ended up meeting a woman, and we fell in love, and she was 10 years older than me, and she said, hey, she had a job offer out here in Arizona, and so I was like, okay, and she says, well, I'll come out on the weekend or something. So I came out here once or twice, and then I end up having a friend said, hey, my ex-wife and my child's out there, so let's go visit him. And I was like, hey, I haven't seen him for a while, so let's go. And so I end up staying out here.
That's how it always happens.
Yeah, and I end up babysitting his daughter, and then his ex-wife ended up getting with a guy, and he wasn't all that great, and so him and I got into a tussle, and so I left, and so then me and my girl at the time, she was an apartment manager, she got me an apartment, and I stayed with her, and she basically, took care of me. Fast forwarding 4.5, 5 years later, things just weren't working out, and she kicked me out. There wasn't nothing I could do about it, and so, and I didn't know anybody out here, so I just started walking the streets, and I started asking people questions. Hey, where can I go do something to eat? So they filled me in on what was going on, where to go, and whatnot, and for a long time, it was like an exciting new adventure.
Yeah, that's what a lot
different
of
homeless
say,
people,
man.
and you get to hear all these different stories and whatnot. And I'm going to go back a little bit. When I was 15, I was introduced to methamphetamine, and that was a downfall for me because I liked it.
Man.
So I enjoyed it so much, I started just screwing up my family life and everything. And so when I came out here, I was introduced to other homeless people that said, hey man, you want to smoke a bowl of dope? There's where
That's how it works.
But then I had those times where I got fed up with it because it started raining, it was hot,
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I just went and got sober, got into programs. I got jobs and stuff like that, and end up getting roommates, and then the roommates end up getting high or go to jail, and I end up back out in the streets. So it's just been a revolving door.
Revolving door, man.
Ever since.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. So
and now, so now throughout the years, I've developed arthritis of the lumbar spine. I got blown out rotator cuffs. I got sciatica nerve damage.
Jeez.
I have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and so now everything is starting to take a toll on me. And then I got arthritis.
You've gotten a little older, right?
Yeah, and then I got arthritis in the knee. It's just God slowing me down, saying, "Hey, you got to slow down."
Yeah, take a little break.
Quit running through your life and just walk and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, now it's to the point that where I can't get a job because I can't hold the job now because I can't work.
Yeah, you're in pain.
And then, access insurance, welfare insurance. They only want to do so much. So right now I'm currently battling it out with health insurance to get, MRIs and things like that to get me going with disability. Because
what about pain medication? Do they help you with that at least? at the very least, or no?
Okay, because I'm a upper person,
Yeah.
my drug of choice is meth. I choose not to get into the whole opioid epidemic, the fentanyl and everything, killing people.
Very smart,
And
man. Very smart.
so like I'm scared now. I'm like, wow, they're putting it in everything now.
Everything.
So I'm backing off quite a bit, and now I'm moving ahead with doctors and stuff like that. But throughout the years, it's just been quite an experience. But now it's like the law has gotten so strict with everything. It's outrageous.
Man, hasn't it though? How do you feel out here? How do the officers in the storefronts and people treat you out here? What's a day in the life like out here for you?
If you haven't showered and you're in some dirty clothes, you're not getting looked at like a member of society. You get looked at and you get things said to you. You get a job, or why don't you take a shower, or don't you have family? All my family passed away. My mom, then my dad in 2017, my twin brother in 2022, and then my older brother in 23. I have no immediate family. All my aunts and uncles, they live out in New York. And I talk to them a little bit now on Facebook, but other than that, I have nobody.
So you have no means to do anything. So you're just stuck out here by yourself.
I'm stuck out here kind of by choice because I made that decision in the beginning, but now it's like I want to get away from the street life. There's a lot of things going wrong out there, and the storefronts, when you go into the store, you ask for ice water.
Are they giving it to you?
If you don't have your own cup, we're not giving you water. And so I end up with food stamps. That only goes so far. Everything, the inflation and whatnot. So I'm forced to go out there and steal sometimes food and whatnot, and then I get caught sometimes. Sometimes the managers are cool, sometimes they're not. But I just tell everybody in the world now, like, hey, respect what you have. If you're a youngster, respect what you have. Go to school, get an education, listen to your parents.
Man, I appreciate you doing that.
Don't be getting in trouble. Don't be going out there and doing drugs because you hear about it and you want to try it and you think it's cool.
Yeah.
Don't end up like me, because you know what? The end result is you're going to be like me out here on the streets. And the only family you got are the friends that you make, and sometimes they're not even the friends you need.
Yeah, speaking on not being good friends, I asked you, what's it like out here? Can you sleep at night without no one stealing your stuff? Or do you have to stay up most of the time so that people don't steal your stuff?
You know what? To be honest with you, that's a very good question that you asked that. It all depends on how good of friends that you've made. And so with that being said, you end up, venturing off. You got to go find somewhere to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not the best spot. Sometimes it's just worth it. The couple of hours that you get to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
But and getting to the point where sometimes, I'm forced to stay away. Say, hey, give me a little bit of mess, man. The cops are running everybody around, man.
Yeah, that's what I hear they're doing. It's like they're moving them from one spot to the next. Used to be under the bridge over here. Now they're over here. I mean, have you heard of Austin's story?
I just met Austin today.
He's awesome, man. He's a good dude. He's 24 years old. And they're basically trying to run him off. All he wants to do is help and provide for the homeless, feed them, as you see. And I mean, they literally arrested him, man.
Yeah, he came over to the park that we were at earlier, and he couldn't even be there. He had to be all the way, And that's what they did to somebody who's trying to help feed the homeless, man, and provide things that other people just drive by and keep looking without turning around or trying to do. And it's sad that they do that out here in Tempe, but hopefully he can get something done about that and make change. I believe he's
someone of his magnitude will create and make change.
Oh yeah. You know? As far as the law goes out here, I've done quite a bit of research over the recent months, and it's like the law is constitutionally, you know, that they're not supposed to arrest you for failure to identify or failure to give ID.
That's true.
And so what they do is they verbally push your buttons to get you angry. They provoke you to fight,
something.
entice anger within you.
You're very smart.
So you get fed up with it. So you give them a piece of your mind. And so what they do is they're not supposed to put hands on you.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to detain you for you know, false arrest and things like that. And that's what they do. They're big bullies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They call for backup, and then that's when they start physically poking you around.
Things start getting serious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
anytime
so-
I've ever had an interaction with an officer, it's never really been good. I mean, you do have your fews and twos.
Oh yeah.
Just like everybody in the world, you know, there's good and bad and evil in all people. But I believe for some reason cops got a bad reputation because they don't do what they're supposed to do. They're peace officers.
Right.
They're supposed to help and
they're supposed to uphold the
they
law.
work for the public.
Right.
And they're supposed to
be
value our
public servants.
constitutional rights
And
as citizens, and they don't do that.
To me,
from
all
my
I feel
perspective.
who they are just gangbangers with guns and badges.
Yeah, that's true.
But as far as things like this happening, these people are just wonderful. They come and they feed us. I haven't been up here for quite some time, but I bless their hearts. You know, they take their time out to come and, you know, have a meal with us and provide us with a meal and help us out along the way.
Yeah.
You know, to some people, they're like, yeah, it's not worth it. But to some people like me, hey, it's worth it because I ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I take it day by day, and I just try to have as much as inner peace as possible.
Yeah.
And pray to God, like, give me the strength to deal with, you know,
Any negativity that may come your way and stuff like
so
that.
that's just where it's at. So I just tell everybody, like, hey, if you don't want to be like me, get right with your parents, your folks, stay straight, don't get in gangs, don't be doing the whole drug thing, and get a good education and be the better person that you know that you can be. Because if not, you're gonna be out here like me.
Man, that was awesome. And I know you already said that you take it day by day, but I like to ask, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now?
Dead.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I hope that's not your reality. I don't think it will
I
be.
hope it's not, but that's, you know,
Things happen, but I
expect
don't believe
the worst,
so. Yeah.
hope for the best.
That's a
you know.
good saying. I go by
Right.
that too. I like that saying. I hope it's much more prosperous for you, and we'll see. Hopefully, we can make a change here. I would like to ask also, what is something that you would like that if someone finds it within their heart to donate to you or donate to this channel, what is something that you need or that you would like? It's going to start getting cold out here, you know, blankets, things of that nature. What would you like? Something that someone could donate or
Warm clothes.
warm clothes, yeah,
Warm
jackets
clothes
and
for the
stuff.
winter. Because you know what? I could be out here outside. It's just, you know, some people find a way out of desperation to deprive other homeless people of their belongings. And so you leave something somewhere and it's never guaranteed to be there. So, and you know, I gotta walk around with all my clothes and stuff like that until it come up missing or I get tired of carrying it. But anyway, so yeah, warm clothes.
Yeah. Hopefully we can make that a reality, and definitely we can make prayers a reality. We can definitely do that. So, man, on that note, man, it was a pleasure doing this interview with you.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you mind me putting this on my social medias and all my
No, I
platforms?
don't. I give you full consent to.
Man, thank you so much, man.
let
This has
people
been
hear
a
my
pleasure.
story.
Hopefully we can get a part 2 next time, man.
All right, man.
Love.
Peace out.